Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
And all the warriors be like,
one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a child. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't nothing Yahana, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from Yahana. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, rank and order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. There's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Hey, listen, we're gonna get live. We're gonna go live after the next song. We're going live. Make sure y'all like and share the stream. Make sure y'all like and share the stream, man. We're gonna get live here. Make sure you put the questions in the comments. Got a good topic today, man. Make sure y'all get ready, man. We're going after this song. The next song go off, we're gonna go live, right? Also, let us know where you watching from, man. Let us know where you watching from in the comments. If you in the South, where you at?
They killed. Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles stand in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show. We could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found. The time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. and sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Shalom, I don't want. Can you hear me now?
Con, I hear you now.
Most High Christ, man. Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hunter, man. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible, man. You know what I mean? We here for another episode of the 1 West Perspective. You know what I mean? We here for another episode of the 1 West Perspective, where we take complicated topics that affect our people, break them down, and give you a 1 West perspective of how it is and how we should live our lives, man. You know what I mean? I know it's a lot going on in the world right now. You know what I mean? Everybody worried about what's going on in Iran. You know what I mean? I was on a room earlier today. It was talking about are black women prepared for World War III on TikTok, right? On the TikTok live, they was talking about, are black women prepared for World War III? You know what I'm saying?
Right. What was some of the responses you got?
It's like, go ahead. I don't know what you say.
What was some of the responses you got they was talking about?
One of the things, it was a couple of brothers that got on there, and and they were trying to say, you know what I mean? You need to make sure you got your what do you call it, like a generator. You need to make sure you got your generator in there. You need to make sure you got enough food and water and things like that. But the brother messed around and said you also need to make sure you are listening to your man. You know what I mean? You need to make sure you are not being a lying whore, which was a right thing to say. But when he said that, the women on the panel, they did not like that. They kicked that brother out the room immediately. They kicked that brother out the room immediately.
They kicked him out the room?
Oh God, they kicked him out the room. He had he got off the stage and he had to get him back off the stage. You could have
that's crazy. That's the number one thing they got to have is a man around.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. They don't want so they got a problem with not being a whore in a line when it's about to be the Armageddon that everybody been talking about all these years.
Oh God, they ain't like that.
Yeah. and they also gonna have to learn how to share their man.
Right.
If they got a man, they gonna need to learn in this Armageddon to share that man with your sister.
Oh God.
Right, because the numbers just add up to it's gonna be less precious gold men, you know, like the men in the ISUPK or any righteous man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say out of 1,000 men is only gonna be one. Right. So you're gonna have to share that man. You think that man is righteous and he's a solid man, and they're gonna have to learn that's a part of survival and what's about to happen. They're gonna have to learn to come together and say, hey, I'd rather share this man with my sister than let her be with another woman that can't protect her.
Oh God.
Right? That's the mindset they got. That's I wish I could have caught that, man. That would have been a good TikTok to be in, because they got to understand, and they're gonna figure it out one way or the other. I mean, it's gonna be where you don't take this good advice you're getting, and when it's gonna be too late when you realize I should have just shared him with her. I should have just not been a lying whore.
That's right.
I should have just took that man that I know can protect me and shared my wealth with him instead of saying, "Oh, I need you to pay all my bills and you be broke and let me keep my money."
That's right.
You know, that's the spirit all these sisters in, man. These podcasts they got these days, they let them say anything. Like it's ridiculous.
Go good. Go good. Nah, it was a heavy one, man. When I saw that, I was like, damn, I was getting ready for the show. I like, man, I really want to jump on stage and just, you know what I mean, back up what the brothers were saying. But you know, in this world and what these sisters are doing and what they teaching right now and what they pushing, man, it's almost like you're almost hopeless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they would have kicked you out the room too.
Right.
They would have kicked you out and banned you right on about it.
Go good.
So soon as you said something about correcting them,
Right.
and them fixing themselves, you know what I'm saying? The topic could be about women in total, but you can't bring up what they doing wrong.
That's right.
That's impossible because a woman gonna have well, any liar got a reason why they lie. They have a particular excuse why they gotta lie. You know, most of it comes from fear or just straight up wickedness. That's one of the two things, you know what I'm saying? That's something you cannot be in this earth in this time frame. That's the only way we're gonna be able to come together.
Go good. Right.
Yeah.
Right. I know I was on here a minute ago. I think he had getting some directions pulled up on his phone, so he's gonna jump in here shortly. Got Officer Quinard in the building with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Shalom, Lord Christ, priest in the building.
All right, we got Officer Parag Bar checking in out of Nashville. You know what I'm saying? We also got some haters in the chat today. Most High Christ for the haters. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ for the haters.
We was kings. It's always somebody that don't have a profile that probably ain't even got their name on it.
Right.
Hey, we was and is kings. I don't even know what that means.
So good.
Tell them to come up here and speak on what they talking about because we damn sure gonna be kings, and priests.
Yeah, right.
That's damn sure what we is.
Yeah, right.
And we gonna show our face on social media when we say it.
So good. We ain't hiding behind no profile.
Right. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. Right? Everything that's in these scriptures is coming out prophetically. And the only place you know that's been saying this since the 60s is this place right here, this little sanctuary the Lord left for us to get this truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's
right. A lot about people gonna be sitting up making jokes and thinking, you know, what they looking at right now, you brought with the Iran war. They think Trump, because Trump is appearing to be winning, it is over. They don't know the scriptures. That's the bad part about it. They don't know. If they knew the scriptures, they would not be concerned with thinking Trump is going to come out on top of America, the superpower. That's what it's supposed to look like right now. So the fools can still be playing around and not be serious about what's going on. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of our people, especially our blacks and Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? If anything, the so-called white man is getting prepared for what's happening. He's just not he not broadcasting it because he want all the resources to his people.
Right.
So that's what he's doing. He gonna keep it to himself. If he tell everybody go ahead and start getting the gas and getting this and getting that, then he gonna be helping everybody.
Right.
That's what he wants us to be caught up in T.I. and 50 Cent beefs and whatever else and Cardi B's and all this other crap right here.
Right.
That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stay steadfast on type of stuff like that.
Good. All right, sir. And that's a great segue into our topic, one of our first topics today, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this Iran war, man. You know what I mean? This war in Iran is definitely heavy right now. You're definitely knocking on the doors of World War III right now. And folks don't want to realize it. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the things they were talking about in that message. I think in another room I was in, man, brother was talking about World War III, or this war that Iran is fighting is not going to make it to the U.S. is what he was saying. He said that it's not going to make it to the U.S.
And he must not be paying attention to Donald Trump already said that people are going to die.
Right.
The president of the United States told Americans, hey, I told y'all some of us going to die. Be prepared. Now, conspiracy theorists want to say It's a scare tactic, but that's probably the most honest Donald Trump has been when it comes to this. You know, he's saying that because he knows this possibility. Because we got sleeper cells in the country right now.
Damn right.
That's already here in the government, right? People forget that the 9/11 guys were trained in the United States.
Right.
They were brought over here years before that and trained in the United States. So when somebody walk around thinking America is untouchable, Lord be with you.
Oh God.
Right. That them package stores where you see them Arabs and all these places, they're right under your nose. Right? They have it right there. They can be putting it in them damn cigarettes you buying and weakening you right now.
Right.
And that synthetic weeds you putting out. You right?
Oh,
In your alcohol, you never know where they trying to hit us and make it and weaken the man. They're not going. They a sleeper cell. A sleeper cell is there to weaken his enemy. He's not there to come at you straight up. He's there to weaken you before the battle.
That's right.
And Trump, knowing everything he knows this place is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And that's why the value of the dollar going down. The value of the dollar is getting down bad. You know, the money is going to be cryptos and bitcoins and different kind of frequencies like that. So like 1 second. Go ahead. I got to step away for a second.
Go. Now, 100%, sir. What you saying? What the other one was saying is like how these sleeper cells are in here is definitely a thing that is affecting. You know what I mean? That's going to affect America. And if you don't know, if you think that that this war is not going to hit American soil, man, you should already know that Donald Trump. They have made multiple assassination attempts on Donald Trump right now.
Right.
You don't think this stuff is you think these are just random events? These are actual real how you say that? These are real issues of real things being attacked on your president of these United States, man. So that war is very close, man. That war is very close to these streets, man. Y'all better be ready for it. We got a couple comments. Let me check these. Let me check these comments real quick. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He said the 9/11 guys were trained by Israel. Israel is a problem for the United States of America because Israel takes American taxpayers' money and bribes the government, bribes our government. And well, I mean, I ain't gonna disagree with you. I think Israel is definitely a problem. You know what I mean? Israel is definitely a problem, but also America is a problem too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? America is not free of any wrongdoing. They are definitely at fault. You know what I'm saying? The United States of America has been hell on blacks, Hispanics, and natives, and that's what we talking to our people about, is to tell them that the United States is not on the moral high ground here. You know what I'm saying? United States of America are not the moral authority on the earth as it's been purported to be.
Right.
That's all we telling you, is that blacks, Hispanics, and natives need to take their spirits out of America and realize that we should belong with ourselves and we should gather together like Zephaniah 2:1 said, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about, we know Israel is wrong. We know America is wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's the what you call it? It's the white people. Y'all white folks is the ones that's worried about Israel like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the ones that's worried that Israel is the real problem and that America is not. We got to fix what's wrong here in the country as well. Y'all got to fix that. That's y'all problem to fix. You know what I'm saying? So like, what you were saying, sir?
Right. Okay. I see the comment. They don't realize that Israel and America are one and the same. America is Israel's bitch. That's all I can think of.
Right.
They do what Israel. Yes, Israel was behind that. Of course, they behind all that, but it was in America. Everything flows through America.
Right.
That's why everybody's gonna come against this place. That's why it tells you how all the nations are gonna come together and be tired of America because everything runs through America. Why you think they trying to figure out the currency? Why you think they unalive Gaddafi? Right? Gaddafi was about to come up with the currency to weaken our dollar, and they got rid of him collectively. They took his body and ran it through the streets and tore it apart. Right. Because what he was coming up with was going to weaken this place because everything runs through it. But Israel, of course, now we're not talking about the real chosen people of God. Let's make sure you understand that.
Right.
We're talking about these bastards that stole our heritage that the Lord is going to claim back.
That's right.
Right? They are not the true children of God. They are not the real Israelites. So of course, Netanyahu and Donald Trump are the same person. That's what you got to understand.
That's right.
Netanyahu, Donald Trump, Ricky Bobby, Epstein, all of them the same person.
Go good.
No separation in the so-called white man.
Right.
That's what they got to understand.
Go gun, sir. Go gun. 'Cause what they don't realize is that we all under the same oppressor, man. Y'all think y'all separate, but y'all ain't. So like we got somebody that just joined in here. Let me get the other one up here real quick, man.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Come, we can hear you now.
Hey,
Shalom,
Shalom, yeah, what's going on, man? What we talking about, man?
Oh yeah, the one we were just breaking it down, telling them how all white men are the same. The comment section was saying America not the problem, Israel the problem. We letting them know it's all the same white man. They got to go down.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's the comment section on here.
Go gun, sir.
I think not the shot. The only one can pull it up. I think he the only one that can see it. Because it's coming from different platforms. It's coming from different platforms. But yeah, he pulling it up though.
Oh, so you got Edomites coming in trying to defend what's going on right now. They trying to defend the child rape.
Right.
Go gun.
Damn, that's tough, man. That's tough, man. You know, when the scriptures say it's like when the scriptures say that the world, basically paraphrasing, that the world not gonna come to end until the falling away of the man of perdition.
Right.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? His image is definitely like I see the white man when I'm out and I'm like, oh, he probably raped children, you know?
Right. Yeah. And that's what our people definitely got to be in the mindset of, like, just separate from all of them. Like, I don't know if y'all see when they had the story about the white people making their own town and not letting black people in.
Go.
People so appalled by that, but I'm like, okay, let them go, and then you're gonna see who they are. If they do more of that, you're gonna realize the amount of child molestation, the raping. They're gonna end up hurting each other. So put them in that. Let them do that. Let's not be appalled by that, and let's go do that ourselves. That man of sin gonna be really revealed once you get them in their own. We all mixed in with them. We just trying to say, oh, they just people and we people and God know my heart and all that Christian crap. And we not saying who the devil is.
Go gun, sir.
No. I would no, go ahead, Salakia. Go ahead.
No, sir. I was just saying, I was gonna piggyback on what the other one was saying. Like, as you can see, we have a problem in America right now, and it is not black people that's the problem with America. The problem with America is this oppressor that runs America. Y'all, the reason why America is in the situation that it's in is because how y'all ran it. If y'all didn't run it this way, if y'all did something different, y'all would have a different set of rules. Y'all have a different condition. But because y'all see the black man on the bottom, y'all want to blame him for everything going wrong in your society. Last time I looked, y'all the ones that run for milicide. Y'all the ones that are the leading unalivers of their own families. White people ain't even safe in their own house. So how you gonna blame a black man for that, man? It's like I just wanted to bring that out, sir. It's like,
but that's like the magnitude of what you said is gonna hit it's gonna hit him 1,000 pounds in the chest, because they love to say, oh, black people commit 50% of the crimes, violent crimes. How you 13% of the population, but committing 50% of the violent crimes? Devil, you committing 100% of the genocide around the earth.
Right.
That's right.
And we watching it on TV. Man. White man is the devil, boy.
Good. That's what we just brought out on the last show, was about how they was at a hockey game. You can't even go to a hockey game in a white neighborhood without your family getting unalive, without having to be traumatized by the devilment that's going on in their families, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And if I could, shout out to Officer Marshall out of Atlanta, man. He had this little series where he was putting up a video every day of white people just beating the hell out of each other. And it was, you know what I'm saying? It was like, look at them thugs. And I'm like, they cut up. I'm talking about vicious. If you watch them, like, oh, these some vicious people.
That's the
Like,
Jerry Springer show.
right. I'm like, I'm like, where he getting these clips from? Because like they don't put this on the news. And they was like, it was mamas and daughters and cousins and at little kids' football games. It was crazy. And I'm like, they got the nerve to talk about us.
Man, it is. I'm so nervous of being around the white man, boy. I be like, when I go in certain parts of town, I be in and out.
Right.
I'll be sitting around trying to, and it ain't like I'm trying to purposely be a certain type way. It's just I gotta be real short because man, when you see everything that's going on, you look at white people different.
Right.
It's like there's nothing about the Epstein files that's not gonna make you question the character of the white man. Like the fact that everything that's coming out in the files, the child rape, the child sacrificing, the eating of the flesh, the drinking of the blood, for it to not be a complete overhaul of the US government and motherfuckers get locked up left and right.
Right.
That lets you know that the character of this white man is diabolical. They trying to like sweep it under the rug and under the color of the Constitution, I'm the president, our administration is taking is in control of this thing, we ahead of this thing. No, your administration is the ones being accused.
Right.
How are you investigating it and you are the one being accused?
Right.
That
That's
lets
crazy.
you know the beast we dealing with, but we are in danger.
Yeah. It's like if I could, I hadn't even read them Epstein files yet. The stuff I'm hearing, I'm like, I can't even. I don't know if I want to see that. But I'm the stuff I'm hearing about the drinking of the blood and I'm like, nobody getting charged. That blows that's crazy. Nobody. Somebody should be getting picked up on something. Everybody in that room is so-called untouchable.
What you saying is it's like basic psychology. Your brain will protect itself from something that could damage your brain.
Right.
That's psychology. You can look that up. Your brain will purposely, if something traumatic happens to you, your brain will purposely that's why if you ever cut off your limb or you don't remember the act of it, it's because your brain cuts off the image of it so that it doesn't break your psyche.
Right.
The brain has a kill switch in order to protect itself, to not destroy all the information on the inside, right?
Right.
Now imagine the fact that you just sat up there and you said you can't even watch it.
Right.
The white man is so evil that your brain can't even gather in the information to articulate the type of evil that he's doing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's crazy. And are we gonna get a PTSD check after the Trump administration? No.
Right. Need to check up.
I'm traumatized from all this child murdering and child raping.
Right.
I'm traumatized as an American citizen. The United States president is a child rapist. I'm traumatized. I need a check.
For real.
I need a check.
Yeah.
Right,
straight up.
Yeah, because the amount of torment that bastard is doing right now is out of control. He destroying. I think they just unalived another Mexican brother yesterday, apprehending him, and on top of all this stuff with the Epstein files, like if he make it through and the Lord done destroyed this place already, we gonna need to check in for real because it's getting worse and worse, and nobody's getting punished for it.
Hey, this brother said the white man is so evil, he will let you leave America and go where you want to, but you're still here.
That's real.
Ain't that like a real horror movie? You ever seen one of those movies where you thought you escaped the reality of this world, but then you turn around and you right back in the torment of it?
Right. Yeah.
Damn. Like
Yeah.
we so psychologically being affected right now. We ain't gonna even understand the effects till 100 years from now.
Right. For real.
Right.
You know? And they say we number one in heart disease, number one in blood pressure. Yeah, because every time we cut on the damn news, can I curse?
Go. We on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Every time we cut on the damn news, shit, how can you not have high blood pressure?
Right.
You know?
Go. So you see, like, you can see how brothers, even on like, you go to McDonald's, you go to these different places, you know what I mean? You go to McDonald's, you go to Jack's, you go to gas stations, things like that, and you see brothers and sisters are in a poor, like you think they got bad attitude, and you want to say that's bad customer service, but you're not looking at the lives that we live in. You're not looking at the fact that the oppressor, you know what I mean, you got to pay the rent based off of this $7.25 hour paycheck that you're getting. You ain't looking at, oh, I gotta take care of my children and send them to school, but make sure that they're not being taught this alternative lifestyle. You're not looking at how much oppression we living under just to make sure we living in this society and feeding you. You know what I'm saying? But you look at them and you look at us and you want to say that we are the problem. Again, that's not what it is, man. You know what I mean? That's not the case. It's like,
right. That's a heavy point. So like somebody background high, real high.
Oh, that.
Okay, so like, but yeah, that's a heavy point you bring out, and that's something I had to learn coming to the ISUPK, man. I used to go to these fast food restaurants and like looking like, why you you gotta get your mind, you gotta really have some compassion to get over how them fast food people are, because they'll make you want to snap on them or whatever. But you start thinking about, okay, she oppressed. She in hell she got to come in here every day and work for this 725 or whatever they paying and go spread that throughout the month. You know what I'm saying? So that just having a level of compassion for your people, because that's a fact. Even with that, the violence I was just talking about, when you see black people out fighting and stuff, it's mainly because of oppression. We can honestly say it's either over it's money or some type of oppression that making us act out like that. I always like to bring up that chicken sandwich thing. When Popeye chicken sandwich came out, and our people was always fighting and stuff like that. It didn't have nothing to do with no damn chicken sandwich. That was because we can't be in the same room with each other and want the same thing. We cannot do that no more. It's like we gonna be so angry. Why are you here? I want this. We can't share nothing. We so oppressed out here. We wanted that chicken sandwich so bad that we want to slap our mama. It's crazy. And they was over there on the other side of town just eating their chicken sandwiches without fighting nobody, because they're not really worried about it. They get their pleasure every day.
Yeah, I mean, they the white man's such a devil, man. We like that because of capitalism, right?
Right.
Where it stresses the point of being an individual. So you got these businesses and they try to make it seem like, oh, you just gonna have this sandwich for a season or something, and niggas want to taste that chicken.
Right.
That nigga said, how you gonna do a chicken sandwich only one time, Popeyes? You know the relationship you got with niggas in the hood, Popeye. You in every hood, Popeye.
Right.
You know niggas. And I feel like that was somehow an experiment or something. But you know what? They could have staged that shit, knowing how Popeyes is. The chicken's so good, the niggas out here fighting over the chicken.
For real. Damn,
that nigga, because that fight sold that chicken, didn't it?
It made the lines get bigger. It made the lines get bigger.
Them lines was around the corner in every hood, boy, for that chicken got there.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
niggas with known diabetes was in that line like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it if it be my life.
Right. It was definitely something going on, boy.
That's crazy.
Good. So let's see. I got We can pull up this story right here. We can pull up this this Iran war if we want to go into that real quick, just to talk about how that's going over there. I got some video footage that we can show the people what's going on over there. Let me pull this video up real quick.
Yeah, Iran definitely not backing down. Iran definitely they is not backing down, man. They ain't going nowhere. They and it was always prophesied in here in ISUPK through the scriptures that Iran gonna be the one to set it off, right? And now I think I heard today. I was watching somebody's live, and they're saying how Russia is giving Iran intel on America. So if that lets you know, like when Russia get involved, that's definitely part of prophecy, right? It's really finna crank up because then Donald Trump, who's supposed to be tight with Putin, he in a crossroads now. You talk all this tough talk, now you got to go with your boy. You got to really. What you gonna do with him? You gonna bitch out, or you gonna go to war? So it's gonna be something to see when if all that get confirmed.
Oh God, I was doing. I've been reading a lot about this, man, and watching a lot about it. Like the fact, like you even talk about the munitions that's being sent and how Russia, so like that Iran is sending $20,000 and $30,000 drones, and America is having to spend millions of dollars to protect Israel and protect their military, the interests over in these Gulf states. You know what I mean? So they send $25,000 and $35,000 drones, and America is spending millions to launch a missile. You know what I'm saying? Like, even at that point, this war it's a war of attrition. You're gonna see how the amount of money that's being spent is not sustainable for America to do it. They're gonna have to make a difference. They're gonna have to make a change. They ain't gonna be able to win through air superiority like they thought. They're gonna have to put boots on the ground. When they put them boots on the ground, that's gonna be a whole nother war for them, man. There's gonna be a whole nother war. See, I think America thought, I was like, were you gonna say something?
No, go ahead, finish your point.
No, I think America thought they was gonna be able to come in, be big and bad, be a bully like they always are, and Iran was gonna back down. But they hit the button. They hit the button when they unalived Khomeini, the Ayatollah in Iran. Once they unalived him and all his constituents, listen, man, that changed the game. Now you ain't got nobody to negotiate with. You know what I'm saying?
Trump trusting in his intelligence department. They try to paint a picture like there was a portion of the Iranian people that was against Khomeini. But if you understand the Middle East, if you understand the religion of Islam, Khomeini is second to Allah.
That's right.
He's second to Allah. Meaning the Middle East, the Arab nation, they see him as a deity, so to speak. So his intelligence failed him into having him believe that there was somehow a portion of the people, if it probably was a portion of the people that was against Khomeini and the regime that he was running. But you got to understand the intelligence, they go over there and they infiltrate and they try to disrupt regimes. The CIA is infamous to doing that. But the people that they deal with is, of course, going to be the ones that's disgruntled, poor, you understand? The ones seeking power. They're not dealing with the true followers of Khomeini and Islam. They're not dealing with those because those individuals are unwavering. It was said that Khomeini set in a plan of action to where when he is assassinated, see, he planned on being assassinated. He set up a plan of action. I believe, not Shah, you sent me this video.
Go.
He set in a plan of action to where the military response is automatic. They have nobody to report to. There is no surrendering. It's
Damn.
one set plan of action, and they are to execute it down to the last man standing. That lets you know that their resolve is to end this war. It is a war, a biblical war to them.
That's right.
To bring down the infidel, which is America. It is a religious. They were over there burning a statue of Baal, and they had the Jewish star on the statue. This is a war that isn't about money, isn't about this territory or that territory. This is a religious biblical war, and according to our Bible, it's a biblical war. And the people over in Iran acknowledge that. So what Trump has done, he has been failed by his intelligence agencies. He has been failed by his advisors. He has been brought and drugged into a war from Netanyahu that he cannot get out of. The American people ain't gonna get out of this, man. I yield, man.
Go on, sir.
I just got to select if I could. That I did not know he had a fail safe set in if he was unalive. That's crazy. That's why they turned up like that. Like they ain't got nobody to talk him down no more.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. He basically wanted to die, to be a martyr.
Right.
To be the religious inspiration, to be the moral inspiration to bring up this great war against the infidel.
Right.
He wanted to go out.
Right. What's his comment?
And they gave
the one that's on the screen.
Right. It said we Muslims don't hate America or Jews. They are bombing Iran about oil. It's always been so-called about oil. You missing the point. You the dumbass.
Right.
You really think that's the concern right now? You think was anybody complaining about oil prices before this happened? We just get used to it.
This dumbass. Of course, you have your sub factors that lead to conflict, like oil and things like that. But here, dummy, here, understand this, dummy. Since you want to call us dumbass, right?
Right.
The GCC, which I'm pretty sure if you know anything about the GCC, dumbass, I can't say your name, glitch father, dumbass. List the countries that are in the GCC. I bet you can't. Iran is bombing every country in the GCC oil infrastructure.
That's right.
Why is that? Because they are disrupting the world's economy.
Right.
They closed the Strait of Hormuz.
That's right.
So if it was about oil for Iran, right? Why are they bombing the entire GCC, the world's producer of oil? They're doing it because they are in for a prolonged war in which I believe their plan is to crush the American economy.
Right.
This is how they plan on fighting America. Affect that petrodollar. If you starve Americans, the American people will rise up. Now you have infighting.
Right.
And once the well, it's like the script say, house divided cannot stand, right? So once they divide and conquer on the inside, now America has been weakened from the inside. Now the allies of America have to choose sides after you weaken America. If Iran could show that they can cripple America, all they got to do is show them that they can bleed. All they got to do is show the world that America can bleed.
Right.
That's the key.
Right. And the rest of us, like about the rest of them gonna join. Once they see that, they gonna get a team together. It's not gonna be just Iran coming against America. It's a scripture that says that all the nations gonna come against this place.
Yeah.
They tired of America. It's way deeper than just that. The oil is just a key factor to break this down, but people are tired of this place running the show.
Look at this dummy. He said, "You are a black man. You are not American." You notice the answer about the GCC.
Right,
Go, sir.
Like that's the problem. That's the problem. That's why what we do, while the world is at war, we gotta deal with niggas. Like we gotta deal with that's our fight. It's like niggas are so out of touch. You know, they're so out of reality. Is that nigga he jumped in the conversation and didn't even really understand the dynamics of the whole conversation.
Right.
And our fight is not whether or not Iran is coming for Black America or not. Our fight is, man, Negro, have some understanding, man. Have some reasoning about yourself. Put on some masculinity about yourself, man. That's our fight.
Right.
That's crazy.
So I think I'm gonna be real. I think some of the majority of these people that's commenting on our posts right now, I think these are all Edomites. You know what I'm saying? I think we might have a couple of brothers in here. Like I think I see one brother here, but the rest of these, I think these are all Edomites, sir. I don't even think they give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
So then we got Edomites following us then.
Go, sir.
Hey, so like that's a lot of them been doing it on all the brothers. Man, I think they in the point now with this oncoming war. They think it's their job to suppress the speech of the black man. That's what I'm noticing.
Nah. Hell nah. Don't give him that. Don't give them that. That's some actual strategy and technique. They scared out of their mind and they want to hear what these niggas talking about. but the devil in them gotta cause some disruption.
Right.
Like really, he's sitting down taking notes, like learning and shit. But the devil in him, he can't help but to be nothing but the devil.
Right.
Yeah, cause one thing is for sure, two things for certain. That Tucker Carlson interview, put a dagger in white America.
Yeah, he asked all the right questions. He cut his ass deep.
So like it not, I ain't trying to take away from your story.
Nah, sir, you hitting on point, other one. You right on point. So like, sir, go ahead. Y'all go ahead, other one.
Shit.
I think definitely for sure that these devils have to understand that America is not for us, and black people have to understand America ain't for us, and we know that. We ain't here teaching you that Muslims is that to believe in Islam. We're not here teaching black people to believe in Christianity. We telling black people to stop messing with America. That's what the whole point is. If you think that we teaching something other than that, you don't know who we are. That you should spend some time watching some of the classes that we have on ISUPK Alabama on Facebook, ISUPK Alabama No Cowards on YouTube, and find out everything we got to talk about, and then come back and say what you got to say. Other than that, you just talking. You just making noise. So like, but I do see we got.
I would like to reach out to my Edomite brothers, man, my Edomite friends out there in the world, and say, listen. I know you scared right now, and you should absolutely tune in to every ISUPK outlet because, man, I'm telling you, finding out that the prophecies of the Bible is real is the scary thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a scary thing because when you read it, not only is it righteousness, but it's righteousness in the form of judgment. And in that judgment is a fiery indignation, as it says. And so Even this Lord said you shouldn't wish for the day of darkness. Well, white man, to my white friends out there, you got to pay the Pied Piper. So I understand why you come over here and you wanna learn. And I understand your fear, because who better understands fear than so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians in America who've been under fear under your ass for 400 years.
Right.
We understand fear, almost experts in fear. And so they want to see if they have an ally in what's to come. Let me tell you white people something. You do not have an ally. You cannot rely on Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians anymore. Our people in this time, we're going to wake up. And we're going to realize how much you are against us. And we're not going to fight in your war this time. We're not somebody you can call a friend. Well, he tried to say American people, they probably, I heard something about they got bots too. To where whenever you say something, they got bots that are they pay for bots to respond to whatever you say, whatever keyword you say. So that might not even be a real person, but man, listen. I yield, man. Y'all go ahead, man.
Okay. If I
Hey,
could,
so
I would say like this. Go
it's
ahead,
like if I could,
ahead.
like what you just, even if that was true, that's even still more diabolical to the white man is. He's trying to be on cruise control with controlling conversations. That's even more diabolical right there.
Yeah.
Because I can see them doing something like that. Let's just put that out there and just have a rebuttal to what they're saying. Because
Yeah.
somebody reading that might think, oh yeah, they is stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that's a serious beast right there, boy.
That means that they was prepared for this day. When
Right,
all this
right,
information get dropped,
right,
but they bots is not gonna be able to cut because it's too much.
right,
It's
right,
too much to combat. The
right,
computer on overload.
right,
The AI on overload right now.
right, right.
Man, if you ask the AI who the devil is, the AI say the white man is the devil. That's a fact.
Right.
The AI
Right,
like,
right.
man, the white man is the devil. We done dropped this truth so heavy, the world is on overload.
Damn right.
Damn right, sir. Damn right. So we still got a couple more stories on here. We can go, if y'all want to, we can dive next into this Black Men Trust Black Women. Y'all want to get into that? Y'all want to talk about Jesse Jackson?
I want to get in on that with y'all, man. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Go.
No sweat.
Okay. Oh, shoot. We get on Jesse Jackson real quick on one. Because, everybody in the world talking about we can't talk about Jesse Jackson. I know I think it was the last show, me and Officer Picard had touched on it a little bit. But, yeah, we definitely need to talk about how Jesse, Messy Jesse, that's his name, Messy Jesse, you know what I'm saying, and how he did what he did with Martin Luther King, you know what I mean?
Hey, what's said? The entertainer said, "Fuck Jesse Jackson." Yeah, man.
Right.
For real,
Yes,
man. Jesse Jackson, man. I heard so many stories about this dude. Like even that part about y'all hear what about when Martin Luther King was on the line. He took the blood and wept on his shirt and caught a flight and did all that, man.
Oh God, that's the video I've been show.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you bring that out. Cause that was crazy. That said so much about who he was as a person, and you almost makes you think he was in on it. That's not even a normal reaction to when your brother gets his head blown off. So and considering how he's directed the path of black people.
Was shot and was killed tonight.
Shock and a loss so immense that it's still hard to grasp.
And I have some very sad news for all of you And I think sad news for all of our fellow citizens and people who love peace all over the world. And that is that Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight.
Shock and a loss so immense that it's still hard to grasp. One that would leave a hole in the beating heart of America with its troubled racial history.
God knows this is the most tragic thing that has ever happened in my life.
Jesse Jackson was there for Dr. King's last words.
The doctor ready to go. He said, yes, Jesse said, let's get ready to go right now. I said, Dr. King. That was it. I said, Dr. King, just as he straightened up. I said, Dr. King, and the bullet exploded in his face. Dr. King has been a buffer the last 2 years between the black community and the white community. The white people do not know it, but the white people's best friend is dead. The black people's leader, our Moses, the once in a 400 or 500 year leader, has been taken from us by hatred and bitterness.
I am God's child.
Yeah, so he was standing right next to Martin Luther King when he got shot. Did we go out? I can't. Not a shot. I can't hear you talking.
Like, can you hear me now?
Come.
So like, that's what Jesse was saying. Jesse was saying that he was there when they unalived him. However, there were multiple reports that says that Jesse wasn't even on that floor when it happened. Like he was. It's like one of the reports that I saw was like a brother was looking up and saw when Jesse. It's like when Martin Luther King got unalived, that Jesse Jackson was in his room, but he came out the room and he had basically wiped the blood on his shirt. And then when they came back around and everybody got together, they was like Jesse was playing like he was sick. And he had to go, he had to go lay down in the hotel room. Well, next thing they know, the next morning when they wake up, they see Jesse Jackson back in Chicago and telling this story that he was there. That same interview we just watched, that he was there when Martin Luther King got unalived. And he was, he used that to show like, Martin Luther King passed it down to me. And that was my job to lead us on to the mountaintop. He wasn't even there when that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. Well, what I heard that, man, crossed my mind is that Jesse Jackson was in on it. Right. That he knew that was finna happen, and he said, "I'm gonna be that next nigga." And look at where he took us since that time. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm against Martin Luther King, but you can admit at the end of his days, he started admitting what he did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to play that clip, but he admits he integrated us with some damn devils. He admit that he should have been focused on the money. I got to give him that. So imagine at the end, that happens to him, and now Jesse Jackson is our new leader who changed his mind on abortion. He got us thinking what Africans. That nigga was so confident in America that he ran for president. So imagine who you connected to was somebody, somebody got to choose. They come to them and say, "Hey, you need to run for president." Whoever you want to call it, the Illuminati, the whatever you want to call it, they go to these people and pick them to say, "Go run for president." So somebody came to him and said, "Go run for president." Mm-hmm. So imagine what he's involved in. I think he was in on. That's just me personally talking, because that's not something you think about doing. Rubbing somebody blood on you and then going to somewhere and make a speech. Like who thinks about that other than somebody who knows that was finna happen?
Oh God. Niggas just power hungry. Niggas just power hungry and want to be on top of something. You know
right. King was a wicked bastard, but how he started off, but them latter videos show you he put us on a dead end track. And I personally think that they came and said we're gonna make you the next nigga. We're gonna make you if we're gonna pick you next. We're gonna knock him off, and then you're gonna do what we tell you to do. Because the way he switched up on abortion was crazy.
So good. I
Yeah.
definitely saw that because he was, like back then, like even when Jesse Jackson, like even when MLK was alive, like they still MLK and Jesse Jackson didn't get along. There was multiple reports that Martin Luther King told Jesse that he didn't like him and they had to separate. And they went one way or the other. Because I think MLK was mentoring Jesse Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, from the reports that I read, that he was like kind of teaching him and showing him, but he didn't like how Jesse was, I guess, being self-centered like he was, and being like that type of person. So
okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So good. So good.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I feel like he knew that was going to happen to him. You know what I'm saying? And you look at his track record since that time, he's done nothing but destroy black people. Like I never hear him speak out. He hadn't been speaking out on these police murders. I hadn't seen him doing anything. He's been sitting up on the throne, and when he come down, everybody treating him like he Moses.
Right.
Like the brother said, he said they took our Moses. He want to step in and be Moses. So just that's coming around. You think it's just some straight, some good for the happen, but nothing good. It's like Jesse Jackson is like Ben Crump. They calling your name every time, but nothing's getting solved.
Right.
You're not gonna solve, you're not gonna convict nobody. Nobody's going to jail. He ain't done nothing, but he's getting praised for ruining black. Like, I noticed in America, they praising the ones who ruin us.
Mm-hmm.
They don't praise. Why Nat Turner picture ain't up, somewhere. Nat Turner found out who he was, and he made him so mad they turned his body in the oil grease. Right? Nobody praises Nat Turner. We always praising the ones who stay with you to get along and to be okay with this and work things out with them. Nobody praised the one who decided to draw the line in the sand.
Oh God.
So yeah, man. Jesse Jackson was a wicked bastard.
Yeah, he was. Jesse Jackson was a terrible president. We got to talk about it. That's one thing I remember we talked about last show. Like, people don't want to talk about Jesse. It's too soon to talk about Jesse, this, that, and the third. But, man, when we going to start talking about these things? Because you don't want to talk about it while they're alive. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to talk about it while they was doing the evil things. But now you want to, now that they dead, you don't want to talk about it. When do we talk about it? Because y'all want to talk about Trump, and y'all want to say, not black people, but white folks trying to embellish and trying to say, cover up that we don't need to talk about Trump. But then when he died, y'all gonna want to say he was a good man. Man, let's talk about these folks now. Let's talk about it now. Let's get to the bottom of it now so we know how we supposed to live and how we supposed to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you read the scriptures, in these scriptures, you read the whole story. In these scriptures in the Bible, you read the whole story. So you get to see everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn we got to learn to do that. That's how we should live. Don't listen to America that tell you don't follow the white, you know what I mean? Don't follow after these people or whatever the case may be. It's like, I'm going to clip it right there. Like,
Jesse Jackson was a bastard. You notice you never seen Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton in the same room?
Right.
If they supposed to be the black leaders, wouldn't they want to come together at one point?
Right.
You know how I know Martin Luther King was a bastard? You ain't never seen him in the same room with Malcolm X.
Right.
When I know Muhammad was a bastard, you ain't never seen him in the same room with Farrakhan.
Right.
All these niggas is crabs to the bears is what I'm saying.
Right.
Wasn't none of these niggas together. There wasn't no black power movement.
Right.
They was con artists of the time, man.
Right.
And they might have had good intentions. That's how it always starts, right? But the fact that all this black unity talk, you ain't never seen none of them in the same room.
Right. Yeah. There's never been no black
unity. That's all I'm saying.
Right. You're right about that one. Never really been no black unity at all. Everybody want to be the number one. Nobody want to be a part of the army. And what they said in the comment, they said Jesse ain't even in the ground yet. Well, like the brother said, when we gonna talk about it? We not finna praise him. I mean, that's what Messi lets you know he did nothing for black people. He's been so irrelevant. All this turmoil we going through. We talk about him because he got if he was still alive, we wouldn't be talking about him because he's not doing nothing for black people. He's supposed to be this leader. What did he set up for black people? What's his legacy? Please comment that. Comment to me what's Jesse Jackson's legacy besides making us think we are African Americans? Besides changing his stance for abortion. What else did he do? I don't know. Telling you that you are somebody. You knew that already, nigga. You in the mirror every day. You are somebody. You knew that. Right. He just made it sound cool.
He got that from James Brown.
Right. Now, shout out to James Brown. James Brown was a real nigga, for real. James Brown was solid. Real businessman right there. Shout out to him.
And the question of what was their legacy? Well, their legacy was obvious. It was to keep black people docile throughout all that Obama and all that. When we was all the riots and all that.
Right.
Their legacy was to keep us calm down. We're gonna fan out the flames. We're gonna let the justices. And you notice what they had a whole strategy behind it. They would always prop up some greasy head nigga who claimed to be a lawyer, right?
Uh-huh.
The new, because you know it was who was it before Crump?
Bush.
Nah, the lawyer. What's his name? Crump.
Oh, Crump. Ben Crump.
Ben Crump.
Right.
It was a lawyer before him, right?
Right.
Yeah. You talking about Johnny Cochran?
Okay, so Crump might be the latest one then, but
right.
You notice them Negroes, they always go get some lawyer that's supposed to win the case, supposed to be the champion for civil rights, and he don't never win.
All right, so Lock, yes, sir. I think you're talking about that brother that be on Fox 10, the Muslim brother with the big neck. I think he was a lawyer or whatnot. And yeah,
they've had a list of lawyers that they will use whenever it was some type of civil rights issue that went viral to make it seem like, oh yeah, we on top of this. This is a big time Trump and big time so and so, and they were supposed to go and fight the battle for black people in the case of civil rights, and they will always lose.
Right. If I could, that comment he just made talking about he set up the Rainbow Coalition. He did not set up no Rainbow Coalition. Fred Hampton started the Rainbow Coalition, and the Rainbow Coalition did not help black people. You just brought up a failure. The Rainbow Coalition was about us accepting every other nation of people. That's why they call it the Rainbow Coalition. That's our problem right now. So that proves my point. You bringing that up, that's destroying black people. We not no rainbow, nothing. Now, what are you talking about? You want we try to be a rainbow. That's why the LGBT then took over.
Right.
What you talking about here? That was the Rainbow Coalition. That was a terrible idea. Trying to say Rainbow Coalition was about not being no kind of prejudice for your own people.
Right.
No kind of love. You had to love everybody to be a part of it. And we've been loving everybody for years, and we hate ourselves. We love everybody else but ourselves. So the Rainbow Coalition was a failure. So that was a bad example you brought up in the comments. And Jesse Jackson didn't even make that. That was Fred Hampton.
And so like y'all one if I could.
Right.
Like you remember back in the 90s and back in the late 80s, they was doing them We Are the World, having Michael Jackson and all these folks singing about We Are the World. That has never stopped a war. Singing We Are the World has never got black people in a better situation than we are in right now.
Right.
Niggas coming together singing We Are the World is just good entertainment. That don't do nothing for us, man.
Right. The We Are the World, We Are the World is Epstein party. That's an Epstein party. That's a Diddy party. Because we all gonna come together with these wicked bastards. They gonna end up being about them want to have sex with us. That's what this all boy. It ain't about fixing nothing. It's about they nasty, thought processes behind closed doors. You're gonna make all the money and you're gonna try to have lascivious sex with people and get rid of them. You're gonna murder babies, drink their blood. That's what we of the world and got us. That's what a rainbow coalition is today.
Right.
The damn
Right.
show ain't keep a damn show ain't keeping black folks off drugs and out of prison or none of that.
Hey, Salakia, sir. Hey,
Go ahead.
it's crazy that you say that because I believe that's probably what started the civil rights. Because if I ain't mistaken, uh, Martin Luther King first love, I believe, was a white woman, wasn't it? And
Right. Mary
you know,
Summer.
the whole thing behind the civil rights movement, even though, you know what I'm saying, he might have wanted some, you know, equality or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk that out. But at the same time, he felt like he should have been able to love that white girl that he wanted to love and have sex with. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so that's part of what, you know what I'm saying, that sexual immorality is partially what sparked the civil rights movement and destroyed our people ultimately, instead of using the economic, you know what I'm saying, advantage that we had at the time, you know what I'm saying, and using that to strengthen our community instead of trying to integrate to theirs. So
Right. Right. That's a fact. And like I said, he admitted that at the end before he got shot, he admitted that he should have been fighting an economic battle. If he'd have fought for the money to go and be separate, he should have went to the white man and said, look, y'all want us over here, y'all give us the money, and I'll make sure we don't come over there. Right? I'll take my leadership and that's all right there. His parents had to make him leave her to go be with Coretta Scott King. He didn't want Coretta Scott King. And
hey,
listen,
so,
go ahead.
hey, Salakia, you know, it's making me think about Jonathan Majors, right? And this is what
Right.
I'm thinking about Jonathan Majors. Because he had a white woman and he's telling his white woman to be his Coretta Scott. Okay? Martin Luther King wanted the white woman.
Right.
And Coretta Scott was way better than the
Right.
white woman. But
Right.
this is an oxymoron. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Jonathan Major goes and get a white woman and tells her to be his Coretta. Man, you can't make this up, man.
Right.
You saying, you know, essentially what you saying is that Martin Luther King was probably the biggest Uncle Tom that ever walked
Facts.
I mean, imagine sacrificing black people's freedom
Right.
because he was the slave we was on the plantation and we was talking about getting free. And he over there, he was side-eyeing that white woman the whole time.
Right.
He was side-eyeing that white woman the whole time.
The whole time.
Now, we know our spirits die and they recycle back in the earth. So fast forward to the 60s with Martin Luther King, when niggas was talking about separating. The whole time he looking at that white woman like, no, we can't have this. We
Right.
can't have this. This nigga was an excellent orator. So much so that every preacher today follows his voice pattern.
Right. That's heavy.
And he used that power to want to get close to that white woman and brought all of us with him, man. That's diabolical. And what you said about he secretly wanted a white girl, I never even knew that. I know he slept with white women. And I kind of was able to like look past the fact that you sleeping with white prostitutes. Because, you know, it's a prostitute. You pay and you gone. But I did not know that his heart and soul belonged to the white woman. I did not know that. That's heaven.
Yeah.
That's the type of information that we gotta spread. Well, you know what? It's at this point where niggas be like, nigga, I want them white women too.
Right.
Right. And they don't realize, so like if I could, that one thing made him start a whole movement. His lust and desire is something we supposed to be praising him about to this day. And all you
I
wanted
gotta
was some
see this
white
white
boxes.
woman. I gotta see this white woman.
He just had put not a shot, just had
Don't put it on the stage now. You should be able to see it.
Listen, I forgot y'all brothers. Y'all more y'all I'm a little bit uncouth, nigga. When I say I want to see the ass, I gotta see the ass. I gotta I gotta see if she was even worth it. Don't show me no bland ass picture. I want to see when she tight like the sisters was tight. Because if not, then what the hell? If this is some old flat butt, pale, just regular degular white woman, that is just absolutely evil beyond. Like this her? Oh, she looked like one of them white kids that was trying to act black, but in the 60s though.
Go.
How he meet her? Don't nobody know?
I'm not sure if it was a school or not.
Oh, so the school he went to was integrated.
Well, no, it could have been the school. You're right. I have no idea. You know, I'm pretty sure not just happened to pull it up. She's a Dorothy Dandridge looking type woman, though.
This the Betty Moitz. That's the one that Betty Moitz, right? Can y'all see it?
I think Lara Gunn said her name was Mary, but it might have been Betty. I'm not sure.
That's her?
A couple of them. Is it Sly on one? I was like, can you hear us now?
Okay, come on. I kicked myself out by accident. I was trying to pull it up. Yeah, yeah, it was Betty. It was Betty and Mary, something like that. He was the one she was dating before Coretta Scott King. Him and Coretta Scott King, that wasn't. They told him if you gonna do what you trying to do, you can't be with a white woman. Yeah.
So he was forced to deal with a sister.
Right. That's why they got him on all the recordings. What's the FBI leader name?
Edgar Hoover.
Yeah, like folks think that's not real. That's not AI. That's Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? He's in them rooms getting crazy.
Y'all gonna look at me sideways, and certainly, you know what I'm saying, sisters don't need any more propping up. But our sisters have had it hard in America.
Yeah.
Like we've been absolutely cruel to the black woman in America. I mean, you talking about the leader of black people didn't even want a black woman.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's diabolical.
And the thing, Coretta Scott King, that had to been a down ass sister, man.
Right.
Like she knowing he over there getting some of that white boo-tang.
And let him come home and stay to rock. Cause I ain't never heard her come out and say nothing about the brother. That's the crazy part about it. She never got on no podcasts and TV and say nothing. She just took it.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know he was coming home giving her that lazy run because they produced a little homosexual boy.
Oh yeah, I
you
forgot
seen
about
that
that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he got a little sweetness to him.
Right.
He was giving her some of that rod after the white woman. That one of that the noodle rod. He was giving her the noodle. He was giving that hard rod to that white woman and was coming home and giving her the noodle. That's why that nigga came out all soft.
Right. I forgot about that. Definitely produce one.
How many kids they had? 2?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think he had a
Hey man,
daughter too.
Yeah, he had a daughter.
we can't AI that real quick and see how many kids he had.
He had 4 kids. That's what they
He had
said.
4.
Yeah, 4 kids. Martin Luther King III, Bernice King, Yolanda King, and Dexter King.
Okay. And so they all with Coretta Scott?
Oh, I think so.
That's what it looked like. Come gun.
That's just like a gay preacher to have a wife as a beard. Like, nigga, if I'm that's why it's so homosexual. Because if I'm the leader of black people, nigga, I'm finna have like at least 3-4 wives, nigga.
Right.
Like if I'm that famous and I'm black, nigga, do you know how much black punang was thrown at Martin Luther King?
Right. And he messed around.
Nigga, I'ma have that nigga when I die, nigga, it's gonna be like 20 bitches at the funeral, nigga.
And Martin Luther
If
King,
I'm Martin Luther King,
and he got all that. He's sticking to the Epstein party. He'd rather go to the Epstein party than have
Hey,
him
Martin Luther.
some pretty women.
Hey, Martin Luther King was like that brother out for white chicks. He said, "I don't want none of that mud. Get this jigaboo away from me."
Right.
but can you imagine that? I mean, the sisters back in the 60s, we talking about thin in shape, nigga not wearing no bonnets, nigga. Know how to respect the man. Somebody said we all the way off topic. Nigga, no, we on topic, nigga.
Right.
Yeah,
We talking
right.
about the destruction of destroying black people. What you talking about? We talking
Nigga,
about what
we
destroyed
on
us.
topic. Nigga, cause yeah, it's relevant because damn, like now we got it. Martin Luther King, not only do we have to examine the fact that he was a sellout, right? But now we have to examine the dynamics in which we have a relationship with our sisters in America.
Right.
Eventually, we gonna have to say, well, shit, we a big part of the problem.
Right.
If the head nigga didn't even want a black woman, how you think that makes sisters feel, man?
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to, pander to the feminist, but damn, like, I didn't know it was like that.
Right.
Right.
I'm thinking he just hitting some hoes on the side. He gets some white hoes on the side, disrespecting them, just treat them like real shit. Give them a few dollars and they going by the business. I did not know his love interest in life. They made him get rid of her to be with a black. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's too much.
I got one if I could. I've got this article up, and they talked about how Martin Luther King met her. He said the article says they had met at Crozer Theological Seminary in Chester, Pennsylvania, at the time where King was a divinity student from the age of 19 until 22. That's when he met Betty Moit in this book called
Is that a college?
Cross. It's like, go ahead.
Is that a college?
Come, it's the Crozer Theological Seminary. It's a seminary school. It's where they go learn to be preachers.
If you could, man, find out if that school was segregated or not.
Go.
While he was there. I'm pretty sure you can find that out. Because if he was the black odd sheep out, it's more diabolical than we think.
Right.
Because this is a nigga that was just trying to, obviously, he was a nigga that was trying to fit in.
Right.
Right.
But on a whole nother level.
Hey, so lucky if I can, I don't know if y'all got that TikTok I sent to the text a lot, but y'all know today is so-called Bloody Sunday, right? From the Selma Bridge Walk. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Okay, yeah, I saw the live. I missed the live. You put was it a live or somebody just posting about it?
Well, today is Bloody Sunday from the Selma Bridge Walk, but it was a live, where they had the mayor of Baltimore come down, different congressmen come down, and whatnot, and they all went to Selma today. You know what I'm saying? Because today is Bloody Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, what I'm saying. Keep that in mind. But I did
So
want to say though.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was
No,
gonna ask you
I just
go on Bloody
go ahead,
Sunday.
sir.
Was it the day that they got beat up? Was it called it Bloody Sunday because black people got beat up that day?
That's exactly why they call it Bloody Sunday because when they try to cross the bridge, the sheriff, I believe his name was Bull Connor, if I'm not
Uh huh.
mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, because I'm pretty sure that's his name. I'll never forget that name. He organized his deputies or whatnot. They beat the hell out of them folks trying to walk across that bridge. You know what I'm saying? And they whole stance was nonviolence, and they got the hell beat out of them. And that's why they call it Bloody Sunday. But
So Martin Luther King had people's mamas and children walking the Selma got beat the hell out of them to do what? What were they trying to accomplish? I never really looked into that. What were they trying to do?
well, from what I understand, it was a march, what I'm saying, to
They was trying to bring
expose,
yeah.
Say it again.
They
expose. They were trying. Okay, you got it, sir. Sloppy.
they was trying to bring light to the brutality that they was experiencing uh with the protest. You know what I'm saying? They knew that if they crossed that bridge, Bull Connor was gonna beat their ass.
Mm,
And so they used that to be a fire starter for the entire civil rights movement to see, look how brutal they are being towards us.
mm, mm.
So, in other words, they walked across that bridge and they knew they was gonna get their ass whooped.
Damn. I know I seen pictures
Hmm.
of old women on the ground getting beat with batons. I remember seeing that. That's the one I definitely stuck out in my head.
And you know what's even more colder? That after Martin Luther King saw them sisters get their ass whooped and bloodied all up, he didn't stay to console them and patch their wounds up and kiss them and hug them
Right,
and make love to that black woman. He went to that white woman.
right,
He found him some old white woman, clean, untouched, unbeaten, to patch his wounds, make sweet love. He didn't want to have nothing to do with the nigga women he just seen get beat.
right,
That's crazy. Yeah.
right. No compassion for him at all.
Hey, Salakia, and I did want to make another point to what we was talking about earlier. Talking about Salakia.
Now go ahead. Slide in my phone. Slide. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is about it, man. I don't know how deep this goes, but what I'm saying, this, so I just want to bring up another point, what I'm saying, about the dog test. What I'm saying, I know this is something that we talk about regularly in the school, but you would like to wonder where a lot of this love comes from, what I'm saying, for white people, what I'm saying, or whatnot. What I'm saying? It starts when we're young. You take your children and you do the dog test with them. You understand? And they automatically associate the white dog with everything good, everything beautiful, what I'm saying, everything upstanding, and they associate the black dog with everything bad and everything immoral. And so out the womb, what I'm saying, even with the commercials and stuff, what I'm saying, we think the standard of beauty, what I'm saying, is this white woman. That's why they had to make a black Barbie. You know what I'm saying? Because Barbie was originally white, but they had to make a black Barbie. You know what I'm saying? And so, with that being said, your first teacher, a lot of times, after they integrated, was going to be a white teacher and all that other stuff. So, they are programming your brain to look at this stuff, as white people as good and don't trust your own people. You can't link with your own people. You got to link with us, because we got solution or whatnot. You know, I just want to say that.
Oh yeah, yeah. People don't realize, man, that civil rights movement did a number on us, man. Because niggas was technically free for the most part. It could have went any direction. I always tell people all the time when they did their Rosa Parks mess and got off them buses, they should have made Uber instead of worry about they shit. They should have made Uber and Lyft. Should have trademarked that shit. Made drivers, created jobs. We was not thinking like that. We was thinking about let's go to this white man's bus. Our mindset was not on no real freedom when we had the opportunity in that time to go our own way. But that civil rights movement was a damn death pill, man. It destroyed us. It destroyed our business. It destroyed everything we had.
Cool. And so, like, if I could, sir, to the point you bring it out, I was just talking to my rib about that earlier this week. And, you know, the civil rights movement put all the focus on white businesses, but we never looked at the black bus system that was already operating and allow you to sit wherever you wanted to sit. You had to, when you was on the white bus, that's when you had to get to the back. But on the black bus line, you was able to sit where you wanted to sit. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the black restaurants. The black restaurant allowed you to sit wherever you wanted to sit inside that black restaurant. But in that white restaurant, you had to sit, you had to go to the back to get your food. You couldn't sit at the lunch counter. You know what I'm saying? You had to get beat. But if you had just went where the food was made by your people, that's when you knew you was being welcomed. You was accepted. You ain't gonna get Billy Club and throw drinks on. But instead, Martin Luther King and all his cronies with Jesse Jackson and them put the focus on these white businesses and made us now we have to suffer. Instead of just, like you just said, I want to build our own stuff up and build our own lines up. I'm sure the food at the Woolworth was nothing compared to the food that Auntie and them were making down the street. If we had just went where they was cooking, we would have got better food and better treatment. But instead, Martin Luther King telling us to go to the Woolworth. Man, fuck the Woolworth. A lot.
Right, and if something else I could add, this from the words of my grandfather. When it comes to that food, when they start being allowed to go into these white places, you know what they were dealing with? White people spitting in their food, giving them the worst kind of food. You come in here, nigga, but you gonna get treated how we want to treat you. He said, numerous time they had to get their food with the sides on the side of their burger, so they can know it's no spit in their burger. You know what I'm saying? So that's you fought to go somewhere that they gonna be at. You can't stop. You can't police that. You can't police nobody giving you the worst piece of meat. So why would you go make your people go somewhere when you can just stay over here? It was a terrible idea, man. It was a terrible idea.
Hey, Salakia, real quick, you know, you just made me think of something. You know, it was probably the black man and the black woman that revolutionized the call in. You know what I'm saying? Just so they didn't have to go in the order. You know that little voice we put on when we talking to the bill collector. You know what I'm saying? They probably called in just so, you know, if they get their full name and pick it up just so it wouldn't get spit in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all thank us for the call in order because we the ones that probably did it.
I don't know nothing about that voice. Show me your voice, because
hey, and hey, the dignity, you're not a white man, so you will not get that voice. Salakia, sir.
Okay. It's the white only voice.
It's a white only voice that from a white man that's coming to foreclose or coming to collect, you know what I'm saying, some bills or for to shut off the cable. That's the voice that, you know what I'm saying, that niggas put on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and the real niggas know about that voice.
Yeah. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm sitting here thinking about this shit, like I love nigga shit. And I say that in a colloquial term, you know, as a colloquial term. I love nigga shit. Because you're not gonna tell me that even if, you know what I'm saying, we didn't integrate everything that we know now, seeing how black people do, that our stuff wouldn't have been better than anything they could offer.
Right.
Like we know we are better.
Right.
Like it's to the point now where we almost kind of arrogant with it. You know, with brothers and sisters posting YouTubes of all the black inventions, all the great things that we have done, man, if we just had the foresight to be like, man, to look past that poverty, to look past desperation, I really can't blame brothers and sisters in that time because, man, I imagine that shit had to be rough.
Yeah.
But damn, nigga, you had that fine ass sister. Nigga, you had the black woman, nigga. Like, at the end of the day, no matter what you go through out there in the world, you was coming home to a woman that knew how to be a wife,
Right.
knew how to cook, will be a wife. Know how to shut the fuck up. And it was expected. Look up all the traditional roles back then when it came to marriage. Like, it was a community thing. When brothers and sisters got married, it was announced in the church. All the elders, they would live in the house and they would educate the sisters on how to be a good wife. They would educate the men on how to lead. When the man went to work, they would help the sister with all the chores in the house. If they had a problem between one another, all the elders would sit them down together, and whatever problem they had stayed in the house. Like, we didn't have nothing, but we had everything. Think about everything that you going through right now. Would not a good woman really solve all that? For those that they ain't married, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For the brothers like myself out here dealing with these scallywags.
Right.
It would a good woman. And for us to lose that because a nigga wanted a white woman, man, bury that nigga in the grave, man. Man, listen. I know they on our ass about talking about the man, but listen, he got to be talked about. He
Right.
got to be trashed.
Right.
Because I'm thinking about, I ain't talking about the sisters, even with the sisters today. It's a certain level of, man, these still our sisters, right?
Right.
Like, even though they straight sideways, they evil, man, dealing with them is just, but because I know what I'm talking about, you just got to have that box, don't you? It's something about that box that keep you coming back. You put up with it. But imagine that with sisters back in the 60s.
Hey, Salakia, if I may, just like you said, that box, we got to have it because that was the box that was made for us. So at the end of the day, you understand, we can do all the fighting that we want to, but it's still gonna come down to one thing. She gonna be in the bed with you, and you gonna be in the bed with her. So y'all need to goddamn just figure it out and goddamn make that shit work. Because we ain't going nowhere without each other at the end of the day.
Right.
I want to make 2 points.
Hey, before you make that point, because you say that it was the box made for us, and that is true. But ain't no box better than that black and Hispanic punani. The box is unmatched compared to all the other boxes in the earth. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, it was made for us, but it's better than everything else. Nigga, what you finna eat some fried rice your whole life, nigga?
Right.
Man, you got niggas over there in Thailand right now because the rice. Nigga, that's crazy.
It's like y'all want. I know somebody had a question in the chat. I just wanted to address it real quick. They were asking, "Is this a religious show?" I think. What was the
why?
name?
Because of how we bringing out the box.
I think that was in response to that. Oh God.
Good old Christianity at its finest.
I mean, am I saying something wrong? I mean,
no, you can't be a heterosexual man and love God at the same time. That's just impossible. You can't love the box. Something wrong with that. You can't read the
double
Bible
down.
and like pussy. Salaki.
Let me say it plain. So it's no mistaking. That black punani is so good. I deal with a ratchet bitch. I got a ratchet bitch right now I'm dealing with. She ain't one for damn. She can't come to the Passover.
Yeah.
But I love that little bitch.
Listen, somebody got to pull them out of where they at.
If I was not clear the first time.
Listen, somebody got to pull them out of where they at. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just like whoever that is, this is not a Christian show. This is a culture show. And in the culture here, black men love black box. And we going to talk about the box. Yeah.
I see y'all in the comment section. Y'all want us to be phony.
Right.
Oh no. She gotta wear the head wrap. Listen, that's our culture, but we've been separated from our culture.
Right.
You gonna get it, man. Every time I'm sitting back thinking about where I come from to be in this truth. Nigga, I'm not finna look at nobody's situation. I can't look at nobody's situation and be like, I've been there.
Right.
Drugs, yeah. Whores, yeah. Selling drugs, yeah. So because you pick up the Bible, now all of a sudden you can't speak to the people that the Lord called on to save, for you to save. You can't speak to them issues. You can't keep it real on what it is. That's what get me not a shot. I don't get that.
No, I think you're 100% correct on the one. We got to be able to talk about the real, because if we don't, we'll be like this brother that's on the screen right now. That's don't know how to trust women. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to. That's want us to, you know what I mean, be soft and not be masculine. You know what I'm saying? Commander John taught us that it's okay to be masculine. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important that we talk about it.
And also, I don't know if this is a religious show, but I know me personally, I like to provide a comedic relief from time to time. So when you ask, is this a religious show? What you mean by that? You know? Shit, so what they say, you gotta laugh and keep from crying.
Yeah. They believe is you can't speak about nothing real. You got to be holier than thou, all walk around with a white robe on.
I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all Uncle Tom slave Negroes can have that, cause this pain too real, nigga. This pain too real. The shit my people go through, the shit we go through, this shit too real, nigga. You can sugarcoat all you want to, nigga. I bet you taste real sweet, nigga.
Right.
But ain't no sugarcoating over here. We gotta eat it raw. Since it was served to us raw, we gonna eat it raw.
Right. And if I could add on what you're saying, like the scriptures say, 2 Corinthians 11:6, where it say, I be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. So you talking to some black, wisdom, white black men who gonna speak some wise words of wisdom to you, but it might sound a little rude, but you better take in what we saying. It says
It
seem
seems
like a
like a
white
white
nature.
hate show.
Well, if you read the Bible, you need Romans 9:13 because you gotta deal with the Lord hating you.
Oh, this a white woman.
I guess.
Oh,
I
that's why
can't
she
tell.
got offended. We said that black box
They
was
got a white
A1.
woman on their profile, so I don't know.
That's
They
why they
said
got mad
whoever
because
this, it's like so whoever this is said that the white box is evil. That was another comment they put in there. So hold on, who this is?
Right. Yeah. The part of this show is also to reveal that the white man is the devil. So that's always going to be an underlying factor on this show. And we to always reveal who the son of perdition is.
that black punani so good, you almost accept child support. Hey, look, you know that child support coming shortly after, but it don't stop you now, nigga.
Boy. Oh, yeah.
Like we ain't gonna double down on the truth.
Right.
Y'all, and listen, if y'all wanna, y'all can, man, listen. I don't want to hear nothing about how we talk, cause be honest with you, with all this Epstein, man, you worried about what we saying? What we saying seem like Candyland compared to what's in the Epstein files.
Right.
That should be reading the Epstein files is almost damn near like hate speech.
Right.
Or, meaning like what everything that went on in them files is so evil is damn hate speech.
So that's why they're trying to cover it up, by the one. That's why they don't want it to come out.
See, that's what Negroes see. Willie Lynch is the black woman. See, this is my problem. Okay, to that point. Okay, not shy. You finna go in on this anyway, huh?
Right.
With this video.
They said wait right now what we about to talk about. This is good. That was a good dumb question. Statement, I mean. But we definitely finna get into that.
He said Willie Lynch is the black woman.
Right.
See, okay, let's go into another child. I mean, if you want to.
Come, we're gonna knock it out real quick. Just to kind of bring it up. We'll open the topic up. So this next video we about to show is from a clip that's called from a show that's called Black Men Trust Black Women. And it was a round table that had a lot of brothers, had a lot of black men on it, and they were talking about the state of black men today and should they trust black women. So this clip was a part of it. They had Clifton Powell on it, and this clip right here is when this brother here is interacting with Clifton Powell on the statement that he made.
Be advised, your screen will get wet.
Go, God.
Hey, look.
I want to live my life. I ain't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how to
Can
love.
I say one more thing? No. I have to say this because another thing that happens is too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by
this.
It's
all right, just saying, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said,
listen to
I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Don't overtalk me.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because
you're
talking out
but you're
of
not
line.
gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about. I just learned how to love at 60.
I do.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, I do.
Because you can't fix this shit.
I do.
You don't know it, nigga.
I do.
Get the fuck out of here. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Get the fuck out of here. I'm living. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm living, nigga. I'm living it right Now, you cannot fix no shit that you don't even know is happening.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
No, but you going, but he's generalized. You can't, listen, bro. Let me stop. This is what it is. Let's get to the truth of this shit. You can't fix no shit unless you meet somebody who is on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit is. You can't fix some shit that you don't know about, bro. You can't. And then you get there at 69 or 70 and say, I thought I was being loving all this time. That's what our parents have gone through. And that's why we all so fucked up right now.
Eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? Eventually comes a point where you have to decide how.
Did y'all hear that? I warned you.
I heard it.
Did we lose everybody? But nah, so you heard what the brothers were talking about, right? You heard the brother was saying that let me see, the one that's on the screen right now, he's a homosexual, and he admitted he's an admitted homosexual that only dates men. And he was saying that in order to love black women, he want to make sure that when he gets to 60 and 70 years old, that he's actually loving them the right way. But Clifton Powell was giving it to him real to say like he didn't learn how to interact and how to love black women because he wasn't taught that at a young age. He wasn't taught how to be respectful, how to, deal with the issues that he had and love, love black women. That's what Clifton Powell was talking about. But I'm gonna let y'all know if y'all want to get on that. Go ahead,
I want to say something real quick, man. The thing about it is, a homosexual can never stand in the same court as Clifton Powell. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Clifton Powell never gave up on trying to figure out how to love black women. This homosexual went straight to being a deviant and just gave up, you understand, and became a homosexual under whatever circumstances, you understand? But you know what I'm saying? But how can you stand, you know what I'm saying, in the same, you know what I'm saying, sit at the same table and try to scorn this man, you know what I'm saying, for loving black women and finally figuring it out. Well, he don't even have no plans of figuring it out. The homosexual is the main one that hates black women, like I said the last time, man. Because you know why? Because he's mad at his mother for not believing him, you know what I'm saying, when his stepdaddy was raping him, whoever the case may have been. You understand? This is oxymoron, and a homosexual shouldn't even be at the table in this conversation. It's a lot.
Right, and if I could add on to what you're saying, like this show was so diabolical. The title of the show, Black Men Trust Black Women, was just wicked off the top, right? Because the issue is not whether or not black men trust women, is women trusting black men and worry about they got another bitch. That's always every black woman's issue when it comes to a relationship. So the whole the whole title of this thing was wicked. And to have homosexual men and men that play homosexual roles on TV was just, this is something that is the most evil thing ever. Because the first thing you would do is holler about how black men are weak and not a real man. But you think it's okay for a homosexual to give a black man advice on how to treat a woman because they in the salons with them, in the gossip room with them, and all that kind of crazy mess, man. It was some horrible things said at this table, just all around. When the brother Clifton Powell tried to show a little masculinity, he ended up having to shut down because it pissed him off. Because he probably ain't never been in no room where he didn't know what he walking into. That brother thought he was gonna have a conversation and get a little respect. They put him, he the only man in that room that was trying to stand up for some kind of masculinity. And they all came against him. Either passive aggressive or straight aggressive. You know, they came at him, made him like he just spazzed out when he just ain't never heard nothing. Like he didn't know it was even black men walking around thinking like that.
So this was done on purpose to make him look like that. It was done on purpose to make what they call it, emasculate him. You understand? Right. That's why they did it. You feel me? Right. And one of them at the table is a transsexual. You know what I'm saying? One of them at the table is a natural born woman. I think it's the Hispanic cat his funny looking cat with the beard, but that's a natural born woman. You understand? So that was done on purpose, man. It is messed up. Salaki.
Definitely, definitely. People got to realize what's going on right here. This is something serious, but it's in the early stages of being a thing. So where you the only way you can really love your woman is you have to let go of your masculinity.
I'm just gonna
Otherwise, it's
lay it
gonna be
out
called
flat.
abuse. Go ahead.
I'm gonna lay it out flat because y'all brothers spoke on it eloquently, breaking it down. I'm gonna tell it straight like this. I ain't trusting nothing the bitch talking about,
Right.
especially about how I should love her.
Right.
If black men don't love black women in America, it's up to black men to figure out how to love them, and we teach each other how to love them. But a black woman is not equipped to tell us how we should love as a man. All she ever gonna do is tell us how she wants to be treated as a woman. And they don't even know that. They don't know how they should be treated.
Right.
Because the example of that comes from a man. So when you talk about trust black women, trust what?
Right.
They never talk about what it is we need to trust, because it's an argument. They trying to frame the conversation. It's a disingenuous argument. I'll tell you why. Because when you frame the conversation around trusting black women, really what you want to discuss is how you shouldn't trust black men.
Right.
Damn right.
Right.
That's why as soon as the brother tried to speak about his experience, the sissy automatically tried to shut down the black man experience and would not allow him to speak on what it is to be a hetero black man at almost 70 years old?
Right.
And not understand what love is. You see, it's okay to not understand what love is. A lot of us are still learning what love is. Us on this panel, we still learning what love is. That's okay. But it's disingenuous to tell somebody to trust them when you do not trust them. So I would like to see these panels where they talk about black women must start respecting black men. I like shit like that.
Right.
Because respect is more so in line with our idea of love.
Right.
Because with respect, there comes some action. If I'm talking to you and I'm trying to tell you something and you walk away while I'm talking, as a woman, and you and a man in the house, you in the house with a man, and he talking to you, and you turn away before you dismissed, that's a relationship that ain't gonna last. I'm telling you now.
Right.
I'm laughing because I know how people gonna hear what I'm saying.
Right.
Y'all got a stone face because you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But I know other people like, nigga, walk away before I'm dismissed. Yeah. If I'm talking, give me the respect to listen to what I'm saying. And if you don't like what I'm saying, pout about it in the room. Or if you disagree with what I'm saying, We could sit down and talk about it. Later on, when you don't have the attitude, why? Because as a woman, your fight is not to be an aggressor towards the man. Now, once a woman behaves like that, over a while, you begin to trust that she understands how you are as a man. See how I'm saying? Now I trust her because she knows not to cross them boundaries with me as a man. So when you talk about trusting black women, it's disingenuous if you do not talk about the boundaries in which you got to set and which we got to operate between one another.
Right.
It's like as men, we never forgotten those boundaries. Somehow that shit is embedded in our DNA. Man, if I talk about that nigga so and so and so and so dead homies, I know what's finna happen. If I talk about his mama, I know what's finna happen. If I disrespect him, I know what's finna happen. So the boundaries is there. The boundaries is set. It's just a lot of times these sisters, they crossing the boundaries and then asking to be trusted afterwards. Nah.
Right.
Right. Slack if I may.
You see? Go ahead.
Yeah, slack if I may. So, man, I find it so diabolical about how, like, the condition of black men today is so overlooked to the point that they would say something like, "We never trusted our black women." Like we in the condition we in now today, cause of trusting our black women. You know what I'm saying? Like a brother that's locked up doing time because all the trust he had in their sister, or you know what I mean, child support put on them. All these things put on us coming from us trusting our sisters, man. I just find it diabolical for you to say we gotta trust our sister. Like the trust is not. It's the trust, like you said. I want to trust us. Ain't in them. The trust should be in the man because they never put the trust in the man as it should go. You understand? Like and that can go all the way back to Eve. You understand? Like,
She didn't trust Adam. She felt like Adam was cheating her on something. When that serpent got to Eve, Salaki, I ain't mean to cut you off. Did I cut you off? Go ahead. My bad.
Sir, no, you twat.
Nah, cause I had like that point that you was going with the Adam and Eve scenario. Because all that really is defining everything that's going on right now. That bitch Eve ain't trust Adam. If she trusted Adam, that serpent would have never been able to seduce her. If Eve was innocent, she would have never got punished. If Eve was innocent, she would have never gotten punished. Eve knew the law. She knew who gave her the law. She knew where it came from. She knew the consequences if she don't follow that law.
Right.
That serpent came to Eve and was like, man, you could be a god. And in her mind, she like, this nigga Adam ain't trying to say I could be a god. What's up with this? What this nigga talking about? Oh, I could be a god. And then turned around and came to Adam and was like, listen, we could be God. Trust Eve. God said, let God be true and every man be a liar. That's what God said.
It's like if I could, We just witnessed Donald Trump, that trust Morale just talking about. We just witnessed Donald Trump try to use that against black people. Did y'all see when he had the old black woman up there talking about y'all leave him alone, doing all that fussing? Did y'all see that?
Right.
That right there was that grandmama mama trust that leads into your relationship. She felt like she can get up there and say all that, and we were supposed to say, yes, ma'am. We're gonna stop calling Trump a racist. We gonna do this, yes, because that's embedded in so many brothers' brain to trust what the black woman say. And Trump knows that our enemy knows that they are a weak point for us if you're not in the truth. The scriptures say that clearly. If the
Right.
only thing stronger than that woman is the truth. So these brothers that's out here, if you ain't in this truth, you took that when that woman said that, her saying it so passionately, saying, get off his case. I don't want to hear nothing about no racism. In your mind, you said, oh, well, maybe he ain't that bad if grandmama saying he ain't that bad. That's how Eve did that. That's how all that's connected. That's why that story is so important because she came to Adam very passionate. Whatever she said to that nigga, she made this nigga go against God.
Right.
So that goes on today. And that's why that's a heavy thing right there. That's why our enemy knows that. Our enemy knew that in the scriptures. Our enemy been knowing that. We gotta fight that demon.
Yeah, because black men, we love our women genuinely so much that it's our kryptonite.
Right.
But here's the truth, and I say this to all the brothers that's listening out there that's following us. Here's the truth, black man. You are Superman. Hear me out. You are Superman. Your woman ain't Superwoman. Your woman is Lois Lane. Now peep that for a second. Lois Lane was in awe of Superman, in constant need of Superman. Loved his dirty draws. She knew no matter what, this nigga finna come save me. That's your woman. She not Superwoman. Superwoman is a made-up lie. A made-up lie like they flying together. Just me and Superman, we just fighting crime together. He on one side of the earth, I'm on the other side of the earth. That's a damn lie. Your woman is Lois Lane. She only fly because you holding her up. But if you believe in what your woman talking about, that ain't love. That ain't real love. Real love is understanding that your woman is Lois Lane.
Right.
Real love is understanding that she can't fly in this sky unless I hold her up. So I gotta prop her up. And in order for me to prop her up, I gotta tell her the truth. Bitch, you can't fly.
Right.
You only in the sky because hold on to me.
Right.
Because if you let go, you gonna fall. You gonna hit the pavement.
Right.
I'm Superman, not you. And if you know that, then you know not to be my kryptonite because you know how much I love you. You know not to be. If Lois Lane was a down ass bitch, she didn't give away Superman identity. She knew who he was. She kept it silent. Because why? She knew the world was against him. She knew the world was plotting to take them down. You black women, you are so close to us. You know all our deep secrets and all our deep fears, and you telling the world right now. You telling the world, giving the world the blueprint on how to beat us. You jumping up and down in the courtroom, judge, pick me. I could tell you about the nigga.
Right.
So when you say black men trust black women, that's just a that just is diabolical on a whole nother level, man.
Right.
It's diabolical because what it does is it doesn't admit the fault of the woman. And why we in the situation that we in. And the panel, I believe, was held by a woman. Right. If she was real, the panel would be called Black Men, We Apologize.
Thanks.
Unless we're talking on that type of level, I don't want to hear nothing about trusting nothing.
Right.
And to the other point of I mean, I'm gonna let other brothers chime in on that because it's another aspect to this discussion that I believe, you know what I'm saying, if we got time and not shy you want to, we should definitely touch on regarding what I was telling you about how the feminists is using this to wage war against masculinity and how they approaching it.
Go good. I would say, Sly, if I could, I know, I think we got a council right now, right? I don't want.
Oh yeah, we got a little more time. Which walk? Yeah.
Go. Yeah, I would love to get into that on one. That was a heavy topic what you were talking about, and if I could, I want to add one thing to what you were saying, sir. Like, you got to really mature in yourself to realize that, you know what, this black woman, as beautiful as she is, as amazing, as smart as she is, as talented, as skillful, and all the things that she can do, at the end of the day, still needs you to tell her what to do. She still needs you to direct her life and tell her like how to go about doing things, because she don't know. If she was real with herself, if she was real with herself and real with her, you know what I mean, all the other sisters and whatnot, they would be real enough to say, what do you want me to do? How do I do this? Because they don't really know, man. And it's not me putting them down. That's not us saying black women ain't smart. That's just what it is. They need that. That's what they need. Just like we need guidance as men.
That's real love.
Come. And that's the love that we are been given to give. Like Adam was created to guide Eve, to show Eve, to teach Eve. That's what Adam was created for, to teach her how you should live your life. Watch out for this right here. I see that's a problem. I can think this way. I'm strategic enough to say, all right, sister, look, when you go through this way, watch out for that pothole, and that pothole. And then when you go down there and follow my direction, you're going to be a superstar. But instead, we go against each other. We fighting each other, and now we got problems with one another. You know what I'm saying? And all of this has come from this oppressor that's been over us for years and centuries and been doing us like this, man. So, like, you guys want to add to that, other one?
Oh, yeah. If
that's real. Like,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, I'm just going to add one little, I'm going to add one little tidbit because what you saying was so right. And what our sisters got to be honest about themselves, they ain't going to like to hear this, but it's the truth. I don't care how much money you got, how successful you are. That's a part of you that's always going to be a little simple. And it's a part of you that's always going to be wherever you at, it's going to be something over there that's going to look more appealing. And that's been the detriment to our sisters for a long time. Wherever they at, whatever they got going on, they going to always look across the way and say, I like that better. That's why most women condone leaving their man. That's why that scripture that the pastor gave them, that unequally yoked crap, is so appealing to them, because they find a reason to say, well, me and you not on the same level, so I need to be over here instead of working on what you already got. Because all you're going to do when you leave that one man, you're going to go to that next man, it's going to be 10 times. That's been the story of your life. If women sat down and had an honest conversation, that man you met when you was 18, 19, you was just stuck with that man, your first love, your first man, and just been patient with that man, you would be a lot happier. But you'd have been through 30 bodies and you still not happy. You on Prozac, you a whore, and you trying to give advice because it's the cool thing to do right now. And that's just not our sister's culture.
They in a forever battle against themselves.
Right.
See, Eve lost something in the garden. Eve lost the ability to make her own decisions.
Right.
And because of that, women, they always test you to see if you're worthy of making their decisions.
Right.
Because it's a fear to them, because they know that they can't make their own decisions. They know that what you had said about the simple, they know that they got that simple. They be like,
yeah.
I hope I'm not being exposed. I hope he doesn't see me for what I am.
Right.
And it's scary to them because they admire that about you. They admire that on a whole nother level that we probably don't even understand about your ability to be steadfast and firm and decisive.
Right.
Because they know in the quietness of their room all the things that go on in their head, and they never sure. When they leave out that room, they never sure.
Uh-huh.
When we in our darkness, when we in our corner, when we contemplating life and we sitting down for a minute, once we leave out that motherfucking room, once we come up out that corner and we tie up them fucking shoes and we get that and we get them braids done and we get back in that gym and we get us a job, we know exactly what the fuck we need to do.
Right.
And the only thing that railroad that, damn right. And the only thing that railroad that is the society that this white man set up. He set up all these obstacles out you. And that's why I say it's so disingenuous, that whole panel, man. Because for the nerve of a black bitch, all black men think about is the black woman. That's all we talk about. That's all we think about. I mean, we out here rushing to get $1 in the middle of an economy that we know is collapsing because we want to take care of that woman.
That's right.
We want to show our love for that woman. They say they need the paper. I need the 6 figures. We running out there trying to get it. We know damn well we ain't gonna be able to get it. All we can do is come to the broad with the best we got. And look, this is the best we got. And why? Because the love we have for them is undying. And the Lord set it up that way. They are our strength. That's why the family dynamic is on attack, and why the white man attacked it. Because they're our strength. The same way we are their strength. I yield, man.
All right, sir. All right, sir. That's what needs to be back in this earth, man. That's what needs to be back in our culture. Is like how we love and how we deal and how we treat our sisters and how our sisters deal and treat with us, man. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't it's not just a black men need to trust black women. It needs to be like the general say, we all messed up. We need to get back on the same page where we stand. Well, you know what I mean? Where we together. Because that's how we don't defeat this empire. That's how we defeat the influence of this oppressor. That's how we defeat these things, is by us being on the same page, walking in one accord. But we can't do that with the white man influencing ourselves and influencing our relationships, man. You know what I mean? It don't need to worry about every time I turn on a dating show, I'm watching a dating show where they talking about I need a man that got 6 figures. I need a man that got a job. You know what I mean? That got you need to have your own, and you know what I mean? It's just all the things that you say that's a lot of are outlandish. Like how many people you know that's really making more than 6 figures? You talking about $300,000, $400,000. How many people you know that's making that? The average salary in America is like $40,000. Listen, man, you mess around, get you a nigga that's got $100,000 or more. He doesn't want you. He's going to use you, abuse you, and throw you away. But a brother that don't have it, like say it again,
you know why they say that? They got brothers fooled out here now, Rashad. Did you know that? They got brothers talking about y'all say that because you laid down with a man that's of that caliber, and now you think that that's the standard for every man. That's a lie. That's a lie, Natasha. They make up them numbers because they know us. They know we gonna try to get them motherfucking 6 figures.
Right.
They named the number so high, it's almost like they say, reach for the sky, reach for the star, you reach for the sky, you land amongst the stars.
Right.
They try to squeeze every goddamn ounce of ability out of us that they can because they know that our love is that strong for them. Nigga, you gonna rob that bank. Nigga, you gonna sell that dope, nigga.
Right.
Especially if you lay down with that woman and got some babies with her.
Right.
Nigga, somebody got to die.
Right. It's like if I could, and what's so bad about it? All of them know it's a nigga out here that gave that box up for a blunt and a turkey sandwich. It's a nigga that caught them slipping at the club before. They gave that same box up for dirt cheap. But now all of a sudden, a nigga gotta have this and 100,000, and you supposed to not work because you got your body done or something, or somebody on Instagram and like your picture. It's very wicked out here now. And like you said, it make brothers get up and go want to go do something. If that's your motivation, okay, but understand it ain't about the money. It's about the control. Because you don't get that box up to a nigga that ain't got nothing.
That's it.
Yeah.
They don't want to relinquish that. They don't want to relinquish that control so much so that they have set up. They base their whole lives off of the fallacy.
Right.
I gotta have this nigga that's 6'8", 6 figures. Well, it's a fallacy. The nigga don't exist.
Right.
The nigga don't exist. Not a nigga that's gonna love you. And the church allows them. See, the church initiated the idea of living in this magical world. They proliferated it with all the shenanigans that has gone down in the church, dancing and hooping and hollering and waiting on Jesus. Jesus is gonna bring my man. They've been allowed to live in a dream world.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about decades that have gone by where our women haven't learned any tangible skills on how to be a good wife. And you talk about trust you. I can't trust you because, bitch, I don't even trust your mama.
Right. Damn right.
Your mama ain't do her job. So now, as a man, I'm stuck with this shell of a woman that I have to mold and critique into what fits me. And the crazy part about it is that she's been jaded by every other man in her life. So I get her and I have to mold her, but she's not really moldable. So the best I could do is try to craft her into a semblance of something that I can deal with. Black men don't need to trust black women. Black men need to have mercy on black women.
That's
That's
right.
facts. Damn right.
Hey, Salakia, if I can, hey, not just if you can, like, what's the tier of yearly income that's so-called a high value man? You know what I'm saying? What's that tier? Is it 100,000 or six figures or some jazz like that?
Come from the videos that I've heard and the collective, everything I've heard is that they say high value man is somebody that makes over six figures.
Okay. With that being said, if you could take the time to Google the percentage of black men that make six figures plus a year, just so we can get a gauge on that. You understand? I just want that statistic or whatnot because if every woman wants a high value man, you know, it's inevitable that you're gonna have to share. You know what I'm saying? For the one that's not even homosexuals and all that other jazz. At the end of the day, if this is what you're looking for as a woman, as a high value man, you may have to deal with a ditty. You understand? You won't get a man, like all these brothers on this panel right here, man, that's gonna, actually look out for your well being. You're gonna get a man that exploits you. You know what I'm saying? Like Diddy did, like the Playboy cat.
Hey, matter of fact, hey y'all, I gotta cut out.
I think you cut out on
it.
Go. Another one.
Just to another, while you looking up that statistic, I
It's
also
like
want to say, like,
it's like I want me to cut you off. I got the statistic whenever you're ready, sir. Go ahead. I apologize.
okay, yeah, just real quick, before you say that statistic, I want everybody to understand that, that the black man and the black woman has been disenfranchised. You know what I'm saying? And so while you think that you're selling for us, we think that we're selling for you. But at the end of the day, we got to both acknowledge that we've been destroyed. You know what I'm saying? We got the same common enemy, and that we got to work with each other. You know what I'm saying? That black woman has to understand that at the end of the day, that black man is her only way out. And at the end of the day, that black woman is our only helpmate. You understand? We don't have a choice. You understand? So we got to understand that. So if I could, just get that statistic, please, Baba Kachak.
Come, sir. Based from the year 2021, only 8% of American black men made $100,000 or more. And it said that only 6% of black men and women made that number, sir.
Okay. So that being said, all you beautiful sisters out there are scrambling, scratching, and scrapping to get this high value man. You understand that? Let's say some of you do get, and we're only 13% of the population, 12, some jazz like that. Let's say that you do get them. What type of man is this man morally? You understand? You got to tie this in to what you call yourself looking for. You got to stop being the type of woman that could be bought. And like I was finna say earlier, black people, we have got away. I was on the panel with some sisters, and I brought up a such thing that's called etiquette. You understand? Women used to take etiquette classes. They was taught etiquette. The Bible in Titus, it's in Titus. And I believe it's Titus 1. They talk about teaching the young woman to be sober minded and all this other jazz. And it says something else about brothers teaching other brothers. Our whole culture has been disenfranchised. So we're going to have to build from scratch. And we're going to have to understand that. And the way that we're going to have to build from scratch is coming back to the laws of the Bible and the statutes of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Our whole blueprint is right there. You know what I'm saying? We have been morally disenfranchised, and that's what we got to understand, man. We got to work with each other. We ain't going nowhere without each other, period.
Damn right, sir. Damn right, sir.
Damn right.
It's like I ain't know if y'all had anything else. If not, I was gonna go and close it out. If y'all want to bring anything else out, I don't want you. Or also, like if you want anything else too.
I think we got a good one in today, man. This was a good show. You got something, Raw? You on mute, Op?
Okay.
You on mute?
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Wow, man. I'm just saying it was a good panel, man.
Damn right. Damn right. It was definitely 5 pounder today. Had Officer 5,000 times hard in here with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that brother a hand. You know what I mean? Yeah, Officer, newly raised Officer 5,000 Lot Gone in the building with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Got Officer 500 Picard in here. Officer 50 Mariah had Officer Putnam in here for a little bit. He snuck in. But yeah, we're gonna rock this out again. Listen, we're not doing it this Sunday. The next Sunday it's gonna be the following Sunday, the 4th Sunday of this month. We're gonna do this podcast again. So make sure y'all pull up. Make sure y'all bring your questions or comments, engage in the chat like we were doing today, man. Listen, we are the ISUPK. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. You know what I mean? We've been teaching the truth since 1969 that blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the chosen people of God. You know what I mean? So if you got any questions, get in with us. We got class Tuesday at 6:30. Brotherhood class. We got law class Wednesday at 6:30. We got Sabbath service Saturday at 12 noon. Make sure y'all pull up. Bring your questions. Bring your comments. Anything other than that, man, that's it. We are the One West perspective. Shalom, Israel.
ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.